Welcome once again to the Ishimura. My name is Splattercat, and I will be helping Isaac Clarke today at least go a little bit further and hopefully not be impaled by strange, protruding, phallus-like claws on all these odd mutants in the Ishimura. Where we left off, we were working our way down into the engineering deck to kind of fix some things that were broken. We had a lack of fuel, and we were being pulled towards the planet, which is no good if you're on the ship. So right now we're trying to re-engage the drive that's going to keep us out in space. We already refilled, well, we started refilling the fuel, so hopefully that's going through. And where we're at right now, we found a schematic for a Ripper. And I'm going to guess that pulling this lever right here is going to re-engage.
Sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell? False alarm. Thought I saw something.
Alright, so now we're completely refueled. I guess there was two different switches we had to flip. They may have mentioned that, but now we're going to work our way back towards the engineering deck, slowly but surely. Oh, and we almost walked right past this. Well, I almost walked right past this. Oop, we got our inventory full. I don't really need a stasis pack anyway, so I'm just going to leave it. And Christ. And we're back to baby stomping again. So there's that. Got a legitimate jump out of me on that one. Oh, and they are everywhere. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There we are. He decided to stomp instead of rotating his fusion cutter. We got line racks. I'm going to stomp these just to make sure. Baby stomping seems to be a relatively frequent pastime here in the Ishimura. In general society, I think it's probably frowned upon, but I think society would have to agree that in this situation, when babies are throwing strange, bony projectiles at you, you kind of have to bend the rules a tad. Then again, I may be put up on war crimes or something else the moment I get off of here, so who knows. We've got our stockpile of med packs here. I'm going to use one of my little med packs, since I just dislike leaving things to waste. And we're going to jump back onto the tram system. We're lacking in ammo, which is never a situation that I like. I can't pull out the big guns anymore. All we have is our pistol. But I have a benefit to that situation in that the pistol is my favorite weapon, so I think that it's probably not going to be too much of a detriment since I love gunslinging. We've got another one of those runners. That's what I'm going to call those for now, are runners. So we got runners, froggies, and I haven't named the spidery looking ones. I'll call those squiggles. It sounds a lot less threatening than spiders. So squiggles, froggies, and runners, and babies. Our inventory of things attempting to eat us or kill us or impregnate us is increasing. And honestly, in terms of impregnation, it's kind of like prom night here on the Ishimura. It's definitely a place where people are being knocked up with alien seed. I'm just gonna hoof it. I don't really like where I am. I don't like this at all. I hate it when I see things moving and then I can't confirm their location. I'm gonna upgrade the pistol once more because we did pick up a nano thingamadibber. So, my plasma cutter here, I'm going to put a firing speed upgrade into it because that's what I was working towards in the first place. So now that we've reached this location on the node, I think I'm going to start working on other things. I'm going to move on to a different weapon maybe, see if I can get some separate upgrades completed. Because I don't want to throw all my eggs into one basket. You never know when we're going to run out of ammo for this bad boy. Now if I remember correctly, we came this way, yes. So I'm just going to go back to where I came from as rapidly as possible. We're back inside our little central area. And I don't recall if that door was open to begin with. My breadcrumbs are telling me to go that way. I'm going to take a moment and dig around in the store. I think we should have enough money to buy a separate upgrade So we need to download our schematics as well. That's another issue. We have 20,000 credits at the moment, which I'm going to buy this power node because passive upgrades are always things I like to look. I mean, they always seem to be the best thing that you want to work on in games like this. I'm going to go ahead and move over some of this stuff so that we're not just carrying around ridiculous amounts of medical stuff. And then I'm also going to move the line racks. And other than that, I think we're in a good headspace at the moment. I'm going to save the rest of the cash because it's been a while since we upgraded our suit, and I feel like they may dangle a suit upgrade in front of us pretty soon, and I don't want to miss that. So we're back on the elevator, going upwards. Hopefully it's safer back up there, but, you know, you never know on the Ishimura. Goals for the moment are just to keep ourselves alive, really. It's hard to set long-term goals in this game because you never know what's going to be coming at you with any frequency. Now, I think this took me to a separate area. I think we're trying to repair the centrifuge now. Let me take a look. Yeah, this is the centrifuge center. And it says it's going to decontaminate us in a mandatory fashion. And we've got an air can, which I don't like. I hate being without oxygen. It's an uncomfortable experience for a creature that breathes air.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
I don't see any pertinent threats. It seems like a relative safe zone, although they are giving me a lot of ammo, which makes me give pause and feel a little nervous. They are throwing loads of ammo our way. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to use that node we just found. And I'm going to start putting points into the rig. So, there we are. 2 more and we'll get an HP upgrade. We got hit twice by one of those runners, and it did a substantial amount of damage, so I would like to increase our ability to soak damage. I would like to eliminate that as a potential problem. So we're in the decon chamber. This is a really tight space.
Decontamination sequence activated.
I'm going to corner up just in case. And there is a squiggle. 2 squiggles. And they are just waiting for us to get out of the decon bath. This is like washing an apple before you eat it. Yeah, open that door up. And we're left sitting in the dark, locked in the blackness. And that one gave me a bit of a scare, but not enough to elicit an actual verbal reaction. I can never quite tell when they're down completely. Oh, God. And we got a froggy there, but I put him down with ruthless efficiency. Isaac's getting better at this. I'm glad I took the firing speed upgrade, actually. The gun feels a lot more... Well, it's got a better response time now.
Sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
I feel like the overall handling of the weapon has gone up substantially just with that one upgrade, which is something that I like, because I am a pistol man. Got flamer fuel, which I don't think it's going to do us much good. There's an open vent behind us, but I think that's where they came from when they were beating on the door there. Got some more lockers over here, which I'm going to rifle through for cash and other valuables. And I think that's it for this room. And I always make it a habit of checking my corners in any shooter, looking both ways before you cross, just like you would before you go across the street. It tends to be a good tactic. I'm going to drop my breadcrumbs now, and it wants me to go that way. And so what is our general rule? We go the opposite direction. It hasn't not worked out yet, and that is a nasty fleshy wall. It looks like we got ourselves another power node. which is going to fuel further upgrades. Which upgrades are always good. I always like passive stuff. Passive stuff tends to be a great thing to throw your basket. Well, it's a great basket to throw your eggs into, before I start that analogy backwards. I don't trust that hole at all. But I feel like that's kind of what they want me to fixate on. There's a bunch of body parts around that one, which is even more suspect. Were I a bit more forgetful, or were I not on the Ishimura, I probably would have ran up and just grabbed that, because shinies tend to have a magnetizing effect on me, but... Huh. Looks like we're about to move into the centrifuge access. Now, they've given us a lot of supplies, which makes me feel as though there's something sinister about to happen. Looks like we've got a medium O2 can here. And they are just stocking us up with supplies, which in horror games is usually pretty indicative that something bad is about to happen, so we're going to take a look around here. This episode may run a little long, just based on the location. So we're in 0G right now. I see magnet things on those. Just going to look around for a moment. And I hear the sound of something that probably does not like me very much. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was a wasted round. I can't really get at them right now. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, didn't like that. I guess the spinny things might be... Alright. Took a little bit of damage there, it's okay. And maybe if I slow them down, it'll take.
Generator module attached.
Alright. So that worked out, which I'm glad. I don't know if I can move that other one from over here. There's some cash there. It says the centrifuge clutches are not engaged, I think. Let me see if I can reach that one from over here. Can I? I cannot. So we're in 0 grav, so I should be able to make a leap here. And there we are, and then I'll just pop back down here. What I'll attempt to do, what is this? Okay, so that's the activation switch for the clutches. Oh, it looks like there's treasure over there. And as I cannot stand leaving things behind... That might be 2 point blank. There we go. Check this box out, make sure... Okay, more plasma energy, which is fine because you can never have enough ammo in a horror game. See if I can jump a little bit wider on my way back. Might be a tad easier. Functioning in 0G seems like it would be a lot of fun, but also you might get motion sick. Now, I'm gonna try the same song and dance with this thing. Although the clutchy thing didn't look like it slowed down at all. But I'm gonna try and do this quick.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
And I don't know where they're at. Oh, he's on the roof. And I blasted his head off. But I think he's probably still more or less functional. As these critters seem to... Oh no. So he's down. We'll buy some... Well, we'll grab some money there. And where's his amigo? I think he's down below me. Can't reach that little object over there. There we go. I would like to have some more ammo before we go further. I'm not going to concern myself with this guy. He's just making a lot of racket, I think.
Centrifuge activated.
Oh, there he goes.
Planetary cargo. Gravity restored.
And now I've got no air. So I guess that pumped all the air out of the region. And that's spinning. Oh. Seems like it has the potential to be a
You're doing
home
great,
wrecker.
Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
I guess we're just gonna run between intervals here and hope for the best. Hopefully I make this one. That one seemed like it was a little tight. And I guess I'll refill my O2. I don't know if that's a decent use of that. I like how the sound kind of fades out whenever you're in a non-oxygenated area. And that little bugger. Oof. Thank you, Centrifuge. The Centrifuge was looking out for my well-being. So possibly we go a little bit further, and there we are. So that's going to take us up another elevator to get us probably back to where we came from, would be my suspicion. And we were correct in that assumption. And moving into the next area, I do want to take a bit of stock of what I have left, but this is probably a really good spot. Well, maybe not. Never mind. I think that save point is disabled.
Exiting vacuum.
There we go. So the airlock has been re-engaged. And now that the save station's back up, this is a good spot to break off this episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you so much for joining me. I always enjoy spending time with my YouTube friends and other friends from other websites. So I do look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Take care out there.